Hey everybody, welcome to Bura. In this episode, I'm going to be talking about the Udemy stock and its plans to announce more offices. Alright, welcome back. So as you can see, the stock market is down. It's down quite a bit today. And most of the stocks, at least that I follow, are down. Yesterday the market was closed. I did have a video planned for yesterday, but it didn't seem to get uploaded to the correct time. So we'll probably release it later today. Nevertheless, you can see that all of these are down. And it's basically kind of somewhat of a red day today. But as you can see, let's just take a look at the top here. We're still 52, almost 53% down from the top here. And Udemy plans to expand to Dublin here. Now, they do have a Dublin office. And I remember years ago, I would say almost 8 years ago, there was like 2 or 3 people in the Dublin office. I don't know if they did this for tax reasons, to find a way to just, to just basically pay less tax. But anyway, they did have a small office, but now they have a much bigger office here. Now, here's the thing about Udemy. They have several offices. They have one in San Francisco. I believe they were putting up one in Denver. But I'll be going over about this more next time they release their quarterly results. I'll probably do a whole video on just like their overhead and expenses. There's a lot of them. And so I really do want to talk about that, because one of the things that has obviously occurred after the pandemic and during the pandemic is that office space isn't as well useful as we all thought it was. Now, and for me personally too, I didn't think that I could build a business without an office. Now the thing is that I thought I did have to have an office, but believe it or not, after a while, it seems like you don't need an office. However, training people in person is a million times better than training people not online here. It's very difficult to do that. There's also more sense of loyalty when people go to an office, but I suspect in the future that there'll be some kind of hybrid work schedule, which I think would probably be the best here. If I was working for a company, I would probably work from home like 90% of the time. I might go in, and then what I might do is I might actually go in to, do some team bonding activities with the other employees. Kind of like sit around, enjoy kind of like a beer or something. That actually is way more important than you'd expect it to be when it comes to building a business. Now, obviously, too much of that is not a good thing, but believe it or not, you would probably have to do that. And I would probably be about 90 to 95% at home. I'm really hoping that this pandemic is going to be over at some point in time this year. I think everyone, including myself, is just tired of it. And a lot of people got tired of it for, a lot sooner than I did. But anyway, do we really need to have all of these offices? And I believe it has 200 people in Dublin here. Now, I talk a lot about the Udemy's expenses, and to be fair, running an operation of this size does need a lot of people, but do they have too many people? One of the things that is very kind of payroll intensive with this kind of business is support. You would be surprised at how much support you would need for even the most basic of businesses. So like having a lot of people is important, but do they need 200 people, right? And then they're actually planning to go to 300 people. So I'll be talking about payroll too, because if the market, as we know, is kind of it's not doing quite well here, but like if the market goes down a lot, these growth stocks aren't going to do very well, and they're going to have to switch to, well, fundamentals, because if there's no money being printed, fundamentals are going to matter a lot. And losing money is not going to be good when money is in short supply. So I expect the growth stocks to not do very well. Now, of course, this doesn't mean that Udemy is a bad business. It means they just have to reorganize. And I could see them laying off a bunch of people to make that profitable. Because guess what? Udemy is profitable. But here's the thing. If there is less money, will people spend it on Udemy and learning? Well, the answer is, believe it or not, they probably would, because people do spend money on education during a recession. And I know this firsthand because during the last recession, one of the jobs that I had that kept me going was being a tutor and a teacher. And I saw parents just plow way more money into their kids' education than they probably did afterwards, right? And it kind of makes sense. If things are more competitive, you need the edge. And in order to get the edge, you need to find a good school and the best teacher. And you need to do it for the best price. And that's kind of a frame of thought that a lot of people are just don't understand, right? I think a lot of people have forgotten what a recession feels like because we went through the greatest bull market in history for 10 years without a recession. And that surprised me and a lot of other people because I thought there would be at least one or two in the next 10 years because there should have been one maybe 2012, 2016, 2018, 2020. There should have been a bigger one. But that's just what we're doing now. We're just not having recessions anymore. But if there is a slowdown and people are losing their jobs, then I would expect people to pay the $10 for Udemy courses. And I expect the marketplace to go up quite a bit. Now, but they might not do that though. They might, people might go to Udemy, but their profits might be down. So could they afford to hire more people or not? Well, they probably couldn't afford to hire more people, but they definitely would probably have to get rid of some of these people. So I don't know if 300 employees is the best business decision. But then again, it's valued at $4 billion, and you can put that in quotes because it obviously doesn't make that much. But the thing is that if they do want to hire people and those people serve a purpose, then they should absolutely do it. But if, like at a lot of these other tech and growth stocks, that they're just hiring to give the illusion that they're doing well. Like, for example, if you spend all of your money living in a nice house and buying a fancy car just to keep up appearances, but you have no money in the bank, are you really rich? Well, the same thing kind of happens to businesses. Are you expanding? Are you getting more offices, hiring more people? Are you giving the illusion that you're doing better than you actually are? Because if that's the case, then it's not the best thing to do, right? Because if things go back to the way they used to be, where money was more tight than it is now, then that's probably not a good thing, right? But if the Fed, if the economy plays chicken with the Federal Reserve and the Federal Reserve caves, then it's back to money printing, crypto, all that other stuff is just going to go bananas. And I would argue that Udemy will do that as well because there's always new things to learn. And that's the thing. There's always new things to learn. And that's why Udemy is actually pretty good. However, they should make the marketplace scalable. And if they make the marketplace scalable, I think they'll make a lot more money than they do now. All right, so that concludes this video. I want to know your thoughts down below. Should Udemy hire a bunch more people? Should they expand more offices? I want to let you know about this Kickstarter that my company is running. If you like coding tutorials, you can pledge for this project here. It's a bundle within bundles. If you want to learn web development, app development, that's Android and iOS, machine learning, blockchain, game development, and interview prep, this Kickstarter is for you. It's a bundle within bundles, and the more you pledge, the more courses you get. You can get a ton of courses, and these courses, of course, are on sale, and the time is running out to actually get into this bundle here, right? So please pledge for this bundle. It really does help out the channel. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in another video.